covering West, Lampasas, and College Station. This is Fox 44 News at 9.
Thanks for joining us in this half hour of Fox 44 News. I'm Earl Stoudemire. The White House appears to break from Israeli allies a bit today, urging restraint from Israeli forces as fighting resumes in Gaza. Fox's Nate Foy has the latest.
Israeli airstrikes pounding Gaza once again after talks to extend a ceasefire fell apart. The new attacks come after a week-long pause in the conflict, during which Israel secured the release of more than 100 hostages. Speaking at this weekend's UN Climate Summit in Dubai, Vice President Kamala Harris urged Israel to do more to protect innocent civilians in Gaza.
Frankly, the scale of civilian suffering and the images and videos coming from Gaza are devastating.
On Saturday, Israel dropped leaflets in Gaza, warning residents to move to evacuation zones. But many did not. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry claims nearly 200 Palestinians have been killed since fighting resumed on Friday morning. The White House blames Hamas for the violence.
It came to an end because of Hamas. It committed an atrocious terrorist attack in Jerusalem, killing 3 people, wounding others, including Americans. It began firing rockets before the pause had ended.
The White House is once again pledging its support for Israel while planning for a future after the war.
We want to see a unified Gaza and West Bank under the Palestinian Authority. And Palestinian voices and aspirations must be at the center of this work.
Israel promises to push deeper and deeper into Gaza until Hamas is eliminated. In northern Israel, Nate Foy, Fox News.
2 men suspected in the shooting death of 36-year-old Jesse Matos are in custody tonight. Matos died from a gunshot wound in Temple Thursday night. Officers were dispatched to the 200 block of North Main Street around 10 for reports of a shooting. The 2 suspects believed to be involved in this incident are 18-year-old Justin Hicks and 24-year-old Ricardo Salazar. Police say Hicks turned himself in on Friday night, while officers took Salazar into custody today. Hicks faces a murder charge, while Salazar is looking at an aggravated assault charge. If you have any information about this case, you can contact the Temple Police Department at 254-298-5500. In addition to the fatal shooting, Temple PD needs your help in a robbery investigation. Police were called to the 1600 block of South 31st Street around 11:30 this morning. Officers learned the suspect was an armed black man who allegedly stole $500 before leaving the scene. No one was injured, and witnesses say the gun was never shown. Law enforcement is now looking for the black man last seen on a bicycle. If you have any information, you can call Temple PD or Bell County Crime Stoppers at 254-526-8477. And Killeen police are investigating a deadly crash near the intersection of Tremere and Stagecoach Road Friday night. Officers say 48-year-old Emily Santiago Figueroa was driving a white 2021 BMW South on Tremere Road around 7 Friday night. They say she was going fast when the SUV left the road and hit a concrete wall. She was taken to the hospital but died from her injuries. And the city of Troy says a damaged water main is now fully repaired and restored. Earlier today, the city said construction workers accidentally hit a water line on the western part of town, which caused a significant leak. Workers were able to fix the line by 6:30 this evening. At one point, residents were asked to limit their water use, but that is no longer necessary. There is no word on what construction workers were doing when they accidentally damaged the line. Amid House investigations into the business dealings of President Biden's son, Hunter, he says he has no problem testifying in front of House committees, but wants to do it in a public hearing. Some members of the GOP say it's a request for special treatment, but Hunter's attorneys say it's actually a request for transparency. Fox's Alexandria Hoff has more.
Yeah, after a subpoena was issued to Hunter Biden last month, the president's son agreed to testify publicly about his business dealings, but declined a closed-door deposition. To House Republicans, that sounds like the younger Biden is trying to exercise privilege over the process. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer and Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan wrote a letter to Hunter Biden's attorney Abe Lowell yesterday, emphasizing that a closed-door interview scheduled for December 13th must happen. Quote, Mr. Biden's attempt to avoid sitting for a deposition pursuant to the terms of the subpoenas by offering instead to testify at a public hearing amounts to a demand that he receive special treatment from the committees. Republican Congressman Scott Perry added this.
Hunter Biden is going to be under oath in a closed-door session like every single other witness. Hunter Biden, because of his last name, is no more important, is no more special than every other American.
But Hunter Biden's legal team is concerned that choice moments from a closed-door session could be manipulated. Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskins fired back at Republicans for turning down Hunter Biden's open hearing only offer.
Hunter Biden replied to them and said, I will take whatever format you want. I'm going to come here and testify in public before the eyes of the world. But what I won't do is do it behind closed doors so you can leak out little snippets and claim I said something that I didn't, which is, of course, what they've been doing for the last 10 months with all of these witnesses.
House Republicans gave Hunter Biden's attorney until Monday to confirm his client's attendance at that private deposition. In Washington, Alexandria Hoff, Fox News.
On Thursday, the city of Waco is breaking ground on a new fire station. The mayor and city council have been invited for the ceremony for station number 15 at 10:30 in the morning. It'll be at 10905 Panther Way, and the hope is to have it completed in 2025. The 8,000 square foot structure will have 3 apparatus bays, individual sleeping quarters, and accommodations for 8 fire personnel per shift. Santa came down Austin Avenue today for Waco Wonderland's annual Christmas parade. 90 groups were in this year's parade spreading holiday cheer. It started at the intersection of Austin and 13th Street, going to 3rd Street in downtown Waco. The parade kicked off a little after 10 this morning and lasted 90 minutes. The city took this tradition from the Waco Junior Civic League, and it's a growing event with more guests showing up.
There's definitely more floats, and it's kind of bigger, and I think it's a lot more participation, and I think it's fun because I think people are kind of making it a tradition and people know about it. I think before, I didn't know what was going on, and so I was kind of just surprised, and now we kind of look forward to it and decide when it is and make plans to come.
Waco Wonderland will still be going on tomorrow in the downtown area from noon to 6 in the evening. On Monday, the City of Temple will hold its 77th annual Christmas parade. This year's theme is an old-fashioned Christmas. The event kicks off at 6:15 when Mayor Tim Davis lights up the municipal building and Christmas tree at City Hall. The parade will start soon after at the intersection of East Adams Avenue and North 8th Street and will end at Temple High School. The parade is anticipated to last about an hour and a half with over 100 parade entries. Visitors are encouraged to bring chairs, and road detours will be set up for anyone driving. We have a look at movies coming out this month. Stay with us to see what's new in our entertainment report.